live. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Night Sky Arena. We have a banger lower bracket matchup today. Daybreak versus two teams with huge stories. Coming into playoffs, rated first seed, not first seed, ranked first, that's the word, ranked first. Had a lot of expectations riding on them. Everyone expected them to have a pretty easy time, but it hasn't been such an easy time, and now they found themselves here in the lower bracket fighting for their life in an elimination game. Their opponent, Daybreak, possibly the worst opponent to have to face right now because they have absolutely no stakes. They're running it down every game. They're playing whatever agents they want. It's a dangerous team to be facing. They're backs against the wall and absolutely fighting and clawing their way out of any situation, right? And so this game, elimination game, right? One of these big names is going to be out today. And so it's going to be exciting. And it's the last map as well. I caught it just in time. Now, I'm going to check to see if it sounds okay. Okay, here's where you Alt F4. Did you get it? Alright. Awesome. Yeah. Straight into it. Again, with Abdul on his signature Phoenix, he's looked really good. In fact, the last time these two teams faced was actually on this map, and won very handedly. This time, it's triple duelist setup, no sentinel for Daybreak, which would be surprising for any other team, but as you know, Daybreak do not care at all about the rules. 2 sheriffs, 3 ghosts on the other side. With a very stereotypical comp. Reality immediately pushing the tempo alongside Mason. Dart goes out, we'll see nothing. Take the opportunity to break into garage. Dart goes out, a little bit of fake pressure. Sliz follows to Consume right away. Argini tries to get the trade. Paranoia expended. Consume posted up in backside, but animated, saving the day. A quick double carp. Manages to finally find the trade alongside Eclipse. C-site left wide open. However, it is a 3 versus 2. Tap of the spike. Drone expended now. Fighting for any space they could possibly find. Average. Break of the drone. Going to be scanned up. Might have seen reality. Spike pushing into spawn. Carp finds average for Mason on the trade. 1 versus 1, and Mason absolutely good for it. Dominant first round from Daybreak, although it did get pretty scrappy towards the end. Fatal flaw from Carp, pushing into Daybreak spawn with the spike. An interesting choice. However, in the grand scheme of things, it is just 1 pistol. 1 out of 6. Second to last pistol over now. Have won their fair share of ecos. We'll be fighting to do that now. It's a strong buyout from Daybreak. Really can only afford 1 death here. Everyone else on the rifle. Flash goes out, animated. Feeling the pressure, forced to back off. Sliz getting a quick plant in. Shocks go down. Don't hit anything. Abdul heal as well. Reality fishing for picks, and Mason as well finds 2 easy shots before Sliz finally shoots him down. Average on the trade, and it is done. Only losing 1 rifle into this round.
Here.
Investment is good.
Here.
Spike money though for going to be valued very heavily. Now, bonus round for Daybreak, but pretty heavy investment. Reality deciding that buying an extra rifle into it is a good idea. In fact, every member of Daybreak, well, no, never mind. Investment has been decided against. Mason and Reality instead picking up some pistols. Average solo on A, dart goes out, faking pressure while Daybreak walks down mid. Consume, dash goes out, Reality finds an opener, but Sliz with the trade. Animated catches Sliz overextending. Argini still stuck in mid, but for now Daybreak are none the wiser, but Argini pushes his luck. Animated gets the pick, guns down, rifles in Daybreak's territory. What's it called? Take the opportunity. Break into the A site. Average forced to fall off. Molly goes through. A little bit of extra stall. Shocks as well. Not going to hit. Carp planning in an unorthodox position. Abdul fights Animated off. Before Daybreak is allowed to push straight through. Darted up. Average cannot close the round out. Close but no cigar. Damage is still good though. What's it called? Gonna be pretty mad that they lost that many investments while Daybreak have so much money now, and if they win this round, money might just start to get pretty out of hand. Snowballing is good as well. 2 off the Clove ult already, 4 off the Sova ult. Abdul already just 2 off his Phoenix ult. Could be the game changer for, what's it called, Carp. 1 off of his Sova ult, very clear understanding of the win conditions. Eclipse choosing not to buy. Operator does come out for Consume, smokes go down. Not going to stop Mason from pushing straight out of A. It's a repeat of the pistol round as what's it called? Walk straight into garage. Consume on the line, chooses to fall off, feeling the pressure.
I'm out of here.
Sliz now decides to push the pace. Paranoia goes out. Consume barely makes it out alive, albeit with a little bit of damage. Will be happy to just make it out with his self intact.
Spike planted.
Animated about to take an engagement out in garage. Argini finds Mason on the flank, but Average will go unchecked just for now. Reality, flash is good, might allow Animated to swing. Spam, Animated finds Sliz, Carp with the trade, but Reality just too good. Phoenix ultimate deemed worthwhile. Finds Argini before Abdul sits him down. 2v3 now. Abdul on site, checks Reality, puts him in his place. Consume, second challenger appears, flash goes out, Eclipse, full blind, finds the pick. Average in 1 versus 2. Can he do? What can he find? Absolutely nothing as Eclipse. Good for it. Doesn't even need a rifle. 2-2. What's it called? Crawling their way back in, forcing Daybreak down onto a save, and all of a sudden, tables have flipped. It's, what's it called, with the economy that is absolutely flourishing. Carp has that Sova ultimate. Well, Reality already used his Phoenix ultimate. Got a pick out of it, but did not manage to find the round. It's Average alone on the A side this time, just hoping to fake a fight. Dart goes out. What's it called? Dodging for now. Mason jiggle on C. Decides it's not worth it. However, the chamber trip still holding all of that space. Doesn't even need to worry about the pressure. What's it called? Just gonna walk down long now. Flash goes out. It's a triple reclear. Quadruple even on mid. Consumes dash will be heard. Now, what's it called? Decides to just push the pace. Flash goes out. In with the neon wall. An empty site to be found. Average forced all the way into heaven. Daybreak fighting for their own space. Argini catches Consume on the flank. Animated still alive. Will be caught out by Eclipse. Chooses not to use the ult, but Average somehow finds 2. Gun dropped over as well. Neon ultimate expended. Mason hoping to make a go of things. Whips onto Eclipse, but Mason still has the trade. Chooses to wrap all the way back around to sewer. Argini finds 3 just to keep them alive, give them any sliver of hope. Mason in 1 versus 1. Ult goes down, and it's Mason with the 3K. What a round from this guy. High performer coming out just when they need him. Daybreak finding their 3rd round off the back of individual heroics. An Omen ult that was made in absolute desperation will not manage to find any value. Instead, Mason navigating the situation very, very intelligently, despite the circumstances. 7-3. Oh, if Mason's online, of course, but these other big players can also get online. Might end up being a pretty easy time for Daybreak, but so far, reality, everyone below is negative. Mason, only one carrying them through so far. Another mid fight. Quadruple walkout. Dart goes out into a long, instantly broken. What's it called? Faking their intentions. Flash goes out, not going to find anything. Instead, Daybreak again choose to push the pace. Animated. Absolutely no respect. Finds the first onto Eclipse. They manage to fast flood back onto the A side. Decide to stay and fight. Average and Mason, a two-man army. Argini and Sliz though.
Last player
Evening the
standing.
odds, Animated putting it into a 1 versus 2. Ult goes out, Argini navigating this box, sticky situation, and Heaven can find the 4th but cannot find the 5th. Daybreak with a 4th round, close, but still, round is a round. Ultimate's going to be used, but for a good cause, forces Daybreak, oh sorry, forces what's it called, all the way down onto a save. Pivotal moment. MTC site, Daybreak choosing to fight A. A little bit of a misread, but Consume with the instant opener onto Abdul. Sliz deems this ult worthy to be used, but Animated almost hits him down. Carp swoops in, saves the day. Sliz on 1 HP. Argini catches Mason, but Consume wants to keep going. Ult goes out, stops the plant. Just for now, Carp going to be cut out.
Player standing.
But Eclipse puts it back in his favor. Average in a 1 versus 3 would have to be one for the ages. 2 low HP players. Eclipse, top of the spike, drops it over to Sliz. Average making his intentions
planted.
known. Has to re-clear garage. Luckily, no one playing here for now. Smoke goes out. Temporary relief for Average. Not for long though. Now smoke fades. Argini in the open barely manages to avoid his fate. Dart goes out. No, instead Average wants to play it slow. Sliz none the wiser, but Average does not clear shite. 0-2, what's it called? Finds a 3rd round. Wants to put it even.
For my shadows, they will hide you.
Daybreak this time. Dart will be broken. Presence shown in garage.
Go, go,
For
go.
now, what's it called? Wants to pivot over to B. Abdul sits Mason down. Dart catches Sliz. Plastic is good for it, but Average. Oh my god, Sliz straight through the smoke. Opens this round up. Putting Consume and Animated in a 2 versus 5. Spike now planted, time ticking away. Consume, dash popped, drone preventing him from taking the angle. Darts missed. Flash goes out. Space taken. Animated, doing work on the flank. Finds Argini. Carp, shot goes out. Hits Animated square in the chest. Jiggle peek is good for it. Abdul around the
Player
angle.
standing.
Catches Animated. Consume though. Finds a quick double. Might just be able to make a go of things, but no, it's Sliz instead. What's it called? A 4th round, evening it up. Timeout will go out. Whose timeout is this? I can't tell from the overlay.
It's Daybreak's.
Okay, Daybreak now taking a timeout, pushing the big red button at a very pivotal moment, wanting to get things back on track, a little bit of a course correct. Argini 10-7 right now. This kid's absolutely frying. Last season, the Invitational, things ended pretty sour. Left a bad taste in everyone's mouth after Argini got dropped. Underperforming compared to his real level of play. Now being picked back up by what's it called these past few series. He's been absolutely frying on the Smoke's role. It's really, really good to see someone young doing his doing his own level justice. That's what I'm trying to say. Frozen in time now. Timeout ending. Daybreak on a broken bye, but still manages to force something out.
Get out of the screen.
Dart goes out. Won't catch anything, but Argini, first one caught, presence shown, keeping Daybreak with 2 people on the A site might be a secret blessing in disguise. If can play off of this correctly, even animated. Rotating over to the A site. Drone goes out though, clearing all of this pressure away. Reality floating the walkout, but chooses not to. Are you okay?
How do I get out of first? How do I get back into first person?
Check like the keybinds for it.
Okay.
I'll observe for a little bit. Flash goes out. Back onto the site. Carp getting this plant down. Tell me whenever you're ready. My headset
Spike
disconnected.
planted.
Dash going to be popped for Consume, but Eclipse finds the first onto Mason. Consume 1 HP. Dart as well. This time will not be broken. Eclipse finds another Abdul as well. Daybreak feeling suffocated. On the angle.
Last player standing.
Eclipse finds Consume and Abdul hits a belter, putting them up by 1. 5 rounds for Daybreak starting to sweat.
Eyes up.
However, considering the composition that Daybreak are running, 4 rounds might be more than enough. Not to infuse this casting with any copium, but need to be doing a better job of cracking the Sentinel-less defense. 2 over in A long now. Reality and average. Looking to fight out. At the same time, Mason
Standing ahead.
Garage. Again looking to push the pace. Average and Reality playing it slowly. Tucked behind the angle. Little do they know. Sliz walking down A main. Spotted out by the drone. Has to tuck away. Reality primed and ready. Waiting for the perfect timing, and it might come sooner than later. However, Carp, 6th Sense online. Reality forced off the line before using a flash. Mason pushing straight out in the middle will not be found by Eclipse. Instead, manages to insert himself into window. Eclipse takes him out. Silent assassin. Daybreak immediately reading this hit, rotating over to C, but will not be able to get there in time. Actually, no, soon. Wants to play it risky. Argini sticking this teleport, but will go red by Consume. Hits a banger. Animated as well. Abdul down for the count. As long as they don't overheat, this could be their round, but Carp finds an easy, quick 2. No, 3. This guy's going crazy. Reality. 1 versus 2. Only a sheriff left to discuss, and it's Reality straight through the wall. He doesn't even need a rifle. Hits the 1 versus 2. Now, big names starting to heat up. Putting them back on the board. Heavy over towards mid again, Daybreak placing extra emphasis on the space they would usually have held down by the Sentinel. Consume alone on the C site, a smoke, the only thing separating him from Eclipse. Now fading, might be able to get engagement here, but instead takes the damage. 80 or 120, doesn't matter. Eclipse makes it out alive, barely. Abdul pushing into their spawn, doesn't manage to find anything but space. Still a very important asset. Mason has the read though. Eclipse dead and gone. Now have to be extra careful. Pressure of a flank.
Spike planted.
Argini sticking a teleport into heaven, getting cut out by Average. Abdul, though, does get the trade. Sliz sits Reality's ultimate down. Mason pushing straight out. Madman behavior, but animated.
Remaining.
Finds
Last
another.
player standing.
Ultimate will be popped. Abdul, last one left alive. Flash goes out. Animated around the box, around the angle, finds the headshot. And Daybreak, all of a sudden, have flipped the script. 6 rounds on defense with a comp that doesn't have a sentinel. And what's it called now in this very, very sticky situation? They need to find this round.
Last round in the
How are they
half.
ever going to defend against a comp with 3 duelists? That's what this comp is made for, attack. Keeping it simple, just running it down. Now, I heard a little bit of Daybreak's comms before this map, and they were talking about it too. They were talking about how they just want to keep it simple. They don't want to do anything crazy. I will quote directly from one of their players. Daybreak, sorry, what's it called? Wants us to think, so we're not going to think. I heard that in their call, I swear to God. Now I see what they were talking about. Guard goes out, but will not find anything. Average, though, catches Sliz on the Jiggle Peak. Even Average getting activated now. Consume on the C site, clearing all of this pressure away. Acting as a pseudo sentinel, putting his body onto the line.
Shadows.
Dart, smoke, it's an A hit. Daybreak still holding strong. Drone goes out, forcing them back only for a little bit. Argini top of the spike. Daybreak grouping up now. Flash goes out. Eclipse forced off the line. Mason finds the first with the neon ult. Clears hell quick. Finds another one. Carp, last one left alive. 1 HP. Falls off before his Zova ultimate going to be popped now. Immediately falls off. Ultimate used for basically nothing. Has to run it down, but reality sticking. And Carp can't find anything. 7-5. Daybreak showing us something incredible compared to the last time that they played. What's it called?
Switching sides.
1 minute pause, by the way.
New tactics, keep it fresh, yeah?
If I could, I'd like to highlight the fact that what's it called?
There's no cheat. There's no pausing.
All right,
Yeah.
I got you. Don't worry. Hold on. Just let me know whenever the timer is up. Whenever the 1 minute is up.
Yeah, that's on. I don't know. I just don't have it on my side.
Nah, it was my bad. It was my bad. Daybreak pushing the tempo on defense, and what's it called? Ready for it about half the time, but the other half led to Daybreak getting a nice, clean 7 rounds, 2-round lead even. Now, what's it called? Could demolish this lead with just a simple pistol and eco. But if Daybreak find this pistol and eco, and maybe even a bonus, perhaps, things would not be looking too good. Daybreak pinging out mid garage. The trip in garage would easily be cleared out by Shock Dart or a Phoenix Molly.
Minute is up.
Did you type like live in the chat?
Yep.
Appreciate it. Want to see how fast Daybreak will go. I imagine this isn't a comp that they can exactly play slow with. Let's see pace being pushed right off grip. What's it called now? Hanging back. Dart goes out, Eclipse instantly catches the first onto Consume. Mason filling in the space, but no trade to be found. Argini has a suspicion. Gives them a sight smoke on the C side. Animated walking up on the B. Has a read. Argini manages to make it out alive. Dart goes out as well as the paranoia. Reality forcing his way onto the site. Finds the pick onto Argini. Carp finds Reality pushing dry through the smoke. Molly goes down, animated, holding the angle as best as he can. Feeling pressure from all sides. Smoke fades now. Mason just wants to run it, but Sliz catches him overextending as well as Carp. Last one left alive. Carp with the 3K. Daybreak throwing their lives away for nothing.
A bow and arrow is old-fashioned. Sometimes old ways are best.
Finding a much needed pistol. Eclipse forced off the line. Mason finds the first with the neon.
Standing ahead.
Instantly, Carp guarding A, getting all the information they need. Pace being pushed from Daybreak now. Shot goes out. Consume catches the first onto Abdul somehow as well as Mason. Fighting their way onto site. Sliz gets a pity kill onto Animated, but Carp dinked up already. Consume around the angle. Mason with the kill onto Sliz. Argini trying his best with a quick double. Reality and Average taken down in the grave. Mason has an outlaw that would have to contend against Argini. Going nuclear right now. 4K to keep them in. Heroics from the Wonder Kid to make sure they don't lose their anti-eco. Now into the bonus. Daybreak, 0 investment found, but the kills in the spike plant gonna make sure they can get a pretty decent investment rolling. Here's where we might start to see things heating up. The line between elimination and pushing forward in the lower bracket is thin and wiry. Both teams balancing on it, teetering on the edge, the brink of elimination, fighting to stay alive. Daybreak, their solution to the problem. Hitting fast, hitting hard on the A site. Carp wants to dart again. Might not be ready for the aggression Daybreak is about to show. Average hanging back. Another dart.
Cover going
Engagement being taken on the A site. Sliz in the corner with a judge. Might go uncleared. Dart actually might be good for it. Drone just might clear him, and indeed it does. It doesn't matter. Sliz still finds one. Mason sits him down before Carp does find Consume. Stuck behind smokes, but Animated. Absolutely no respect yet again. Finds Argini. Average sits the scans down. Clips with the outlaw finds 2, and all of a sudden it's a 1 versus 1. Spike goes down. Eclipse.
Teleport's ready.
Nothing but his headhunter, but Average doesn't want to give him any chance to breathe. 8-7, Daybreak winning it on a dime.
Level heads until we're home, yes?
Teetering on that tightrope. Teetering on that tight rope. There we go. Holy, the tongue twister. First buy round, and Daybreak can barely muster anything up. Consume on the Stinger. Animated on the Guardian, everyone else with a traditional rifle. Sliz still choosing to keep their judge into this one. Daybreak about to push straight into a stacked site, unbeknownst to them. Wall goes up, orb being taken for reality, spam out. They don't want to stop there though. Flash goes through, piling on the pressure. 3 strong on the C site, but reality wants to have something to say about it. Eclipse does sit the ult down. Mason forcing his way onto site, in backside somehow finds Abdul. No! Abdul stunned up! Things are going terribly wrong for Daybreak. Average finds Eclipse, top of the spike.
Last player standing.
But Sliz with the judge. Abdul in backside, full stunned up. Manages to capitalize on Mason's brief bout of whiffiness. Taking chances as they come. Accepting them as much needed blessings is what's it called, even the scoreboard.
That's a good spot. They are so dead. This should do.
Spike goes down. Eclipse.
Teleport's
Eclipse with the operator. Here's the pace being pushed, but he will be ignored. Finds a gap, pushes out. Not before Daybreak. He found the way onto the B side. Eclipse finds 1 kill. Just
One enemy remaining.
condolences, but round is over in the blink of an eye. Ultimate orbs mainly going towards that Sova there. Now has this big ultimate up online. Mason came into this half playing hot. What's it called? I've managed to cool the superstar off. Cool the superstar off. Oh my god. I can't talk. Now barely even, wanting to break even with this round here. 3 starting heavy over towards C. Smoke goes out. Clips tries to take a timing. Nothing will be found though. Shocks from Average, trying to do something, anything. Little bits of damage. Eclipse repositioning over in Garage. Daybreak now. Following the trail onto B site, sniffing out the weak gap. Wall goes up. Carp might have something to say about this. Instead, Consume finds his way onto site, but Argini capitalizes. Daybreak once again pushing into enemy territory, deep into space they don't have.
One enemy remaining. Spike
Last one left
down
alive.
A.
Mason gonna have to go big here. Slides straight into them, but doesn't find anything. 8 to 10. Daybreak starting to slow down, churning and burning and struggling along as they lose 3 in a row. This is their attacker half, meant to be their better half. But Eclipse and Abdul have just been too good so far. Even Carp, name we don't usually see up there, is now fracking heavy enough to force a timeout out of Daybreak. Eclipse still keeping the operator into this rounds. Been good with it so far, however, the real bout of impact hasn't come from the kills and the mechanical greatness that he's exerted. Instead, it's from the space that he's holding down against a comp that is ultimately incredibly aggressive. Face being pushed, the 5-man hit for Daybreak. Eclipse though, not one to falter in his aim. Those ultimate goes out, allowing Reality and Consume to capitalize. Operator now grabbed for Reality, heal goes out. Team damage inflicted. Consume wanting to push the pace, gaining even more space on site. Operator now on the line. Mason might be good for one. Someone breaks this drone. Break it they will. Mason. Flick of the wrist onto Sliz. Carp though. Trade goes out onto Reality. Still in heaven. Tries to take his timing, and timing he does take. Shot goes out. Doing damage on a sewer player that was never there to begin with. Average getting caught out and is Consumed. Last one left alive. Dash goes out and Consume! The shotgun blast in Argini's face!
No charges left.
Finding a round
Let's
that
go.
they had
I got
no
things to
business
do.
winning off the back of an incredibly well-used jet knife.
No peeking.
Start now. Scanning up space. Not find any information, but Reality makes its presence known. Carp backing off into spawn. Reality, another Phoenix ultimate. This one might just go better than the last. Mason finding easy kills. Sliz and Carp going down. Putting what's it called into a 3 versus 5 situation. They will have to retake against a full squad. Now falling off back into long. Don't want to give them anything. What's it called? Doing their due diligence just to take space that is completely and totally empty. So Mason and Animated reaggressing in Garage, getting even more space, but Argini finds Mason overextending. Animated though, the rewrap, the free flank finds Argini. 2 left alive. Argini around the angle, knife out, pulls the rifle, ready to capitalize,
One
but
enemy
instead,
remaining.
reality isn't there. And Animated pulls his knife out, allows Average to find the kill, a pity pick, 10 to 10, Daybreak equalizing, and now we're really getting it down to it. Economy starting to get pretty shaky for what's it called. Full buy might barely be able to be mustered, pulled out of thin air here. Daybreak have so much money. Stacks on stacks of it. Six down, Mason immediately in mid. Dart goes out yet again, going unbroken. Daybreak have other priorities. Pinged out in garage. Trip still standing, holding down space. Not for long. Drone goes out. Finds an empty tunnel waiting. Mason making his intentions very known as he breaks that trip. 3 strong on C. Pressure mounting. Causing what's it called to stack the site, but Argini. 6 stints activating, Spider-Man doing wonders. Clearing out some of this early garage space as Carp takes an engagement. Now getting run down. 2 on the site, Carp, drone goes out. Able to do something, anything against him. Animated, finds Sliz, Judge up close, finds nothing. Stun goes out, buys extra time as well as the Molly, wanting to make sure they can safely get the plant, but Argini. Disrespectful as all hell. Finds Mason.
Spike planted.
Spike goes down. Pressure mounting against what's it called. They lose this round. Economy will be cooked. Phoenix ultimate comes out. Abdul. Raid boss. But Consume. Sits him down in reality as well. Catches the Omen ult. Abdul, last one left alive. Flash goes out. 2 in sewer. Holding the cross. Abdul playing with time he does not have. Flash goes out. Reality making himself known. Wall as well. Wants to make sure he cannot die. Abdul flicks him away like a mosquito, and all of a sudden, this is a dangerous round. Wall goes out, but Daybreak still respecting him so much before Consume gets the 11th round for Daybreak. Daybreak up and 2 away from eliminating what's it called and moving to the lower final. And what's it called? Right whenever they need it, Economy has absolutely been vanquished. It's a save, right? Right whenever they need to be getting rounds on board, instead of saving last round, they chose to force into it. They're not in a good situation at all.
Perfect.
Eclipse choosing to buy for an operator that he simply does not have. 2 orbs though, not completely undoable. It's a fight down mid, but Daybreak have read it perfectly. Flash goes through, but Mason capitalizes on the team flash. Pushing the pace so egregiously. Sliz on the flank, Average. Taking fights against something cannot defend against.
Spike planted.
Has the Outlaw, hoping to find anything, an angle onto a player he cannot see. This Daybreak post plant slowly being worked, being penetrated as Carp finds Animated. Ult goes out, Argini making sure nothing will be found. 1 HP, but still maneuvering around. The Wonder Kid finally sat down. Carp and Sliz making this dangerous shot goes out, as well as the wall. Consume takes the timing, has the angle. Last one left alive. Carp, what do you have to show us? Consume forced off the angle. Vandal shot taken, finds the first, and Carp is absolutely incredible when you need him. But I'm sure he does not have time. It's gonna be so dang close, and I believe that he does not have it. Time running out, and Carp nails the defuse. 25 milliseconds! He does not even need a gun! He's monstrous when he gets going! Carp! Daybreak gonna be mad that they lost that one! The most pivotal moment you could have possibly found to even the score up! And now both of these teams are 2 away from eliminating the opponent! Oh, things reset. Daybreak trying to focus on the future. Yet again, Dart going unbroken. Carp and Sliz rotating off right away. They have the correct read. Daybreak working middle. Spike dropped over the Average as Consume walks up into garage. Knows it's usually clear, but Still, playing it as safe as he possibly can. Dart goes out, as well as the Phoenix will have to fake onto the B site. Pressure forces the smoke out of Argini. Now, true intentions being revealed. Eclipse on site to contend against what is essentially an army and consume. Make sure nothing will be found, but Abdul and Argini on site, animated doing his absolute best. Solo goes down, undodgeable Sliz. Pick onto average, animated though. Raid boss still alive, in reality puts it in a 2 versus 1. Daybreak, you cannot afford to lose. Carp, you just pulled off a miracle. Now you gotta be Jesus Christ.
Joke's over.
Reality makes sure that nothing can go wrong. Animated with the 3K, and that's what it takes to find series points.
Match
What's it
point.
called? Up against the wall, being suffocated by Daybreak, who, despite all odds, managed to break their way through back into this game. And just whenever things are getting absolutely detrimental, the buy is just not there. Eclipse has his ultimate, but 3 half shields. I think 2 judges on the board, a guardian as well. There's only 1 rifle. Gonna have to make do with unfortunate circumstances. Daybreak, another 5-man hit onto A,
want to
has the
play?
read. It's
Let's
just
play.
Carp. Dart goes through, this time will be broken. Calls his team back over, but I don't know if it'll ride fast enough. Down long already, Mason pushing the pace. Carp forced to fall off. It's gonna be a 5 versus 5 retake. Animated on site, smoke goes out, not stopping anything. Molly as well, and the shock. Some damage, outlaw shots. There's a flank coming through now. Abdul, right when you need him, has a bright idea. Might end up being genius if he actually gets the kill, but Average has found him, caught him out. Notices the Guardian. Smoke goes through. What's it called? Making things dangerous. Solo ultimate gonna be popped super early, but reality finds Sliz, Abdul, and Argini. Working magic. Making miracles. Time ticking down. Card. And
Revealing area.
Dart's going down. Scan as well. Stuck in heaven. Dart
One
missing.
enemy remaining.
Animated puts it into a 3 versus 1. What's it called? Have no time. And that is it. What's it called?
Win.
I'm not.
The underdog run of a century comes to fruition as they knock what's it called out of the night sky arena. A group of 5 Wonder Kids blazing a trail through the wilderness of the lower bracket. And everyone doubted them except themselves. Animated bro, what's up?
What's up, man?
Dude, you did it, man. You did it. You
We
advanced.
did it, man.
How's it feeling? How's it feeling? How do you
It
feel?
feels fantastic. On a personal level, that win meant so much to me. We were going in with full energy, and dude, my mental was stumped. I'm gonna be honest. That out of any game that I wanted to play, that was so meaningful. So I'm so glad with my team's performance and how we had managed to win that at the end and close it out.
Right, it was such a banger, man. So you mentioned something just now. What makes it personal for you? What makes this win so personal?
Publicly, I will not say that answer. I
Right,
think
okay.
I'm gonna keep that more personal and more
Right,
private.
okay. That's okay.
For
That's
sure.
okay. That's okay. So talk to me. You guys went down 3 rounds in a row, losing to what's it called, but you managed to claw your way back. How are you feeling as you were down rounds and facing elimination? How did it feel to crawl back like that?
Our coach, man, I think Izanami did a really good job with doing a good timeout and telling us, yo, we were doing some mistakes and told us what we needed to be doing better. And then we fixed it, and then we adjusted really well. Unfortunately,
Right.
couldn't close it out. I believe it was one of the rounds where Sova got the bomb just 0.25 seconds off.
Right, yeah, no, Carp
That
with
went
the 3K.
2v1. Carp, yeah. Just an insane round for Carp there with the clutch. But
Pretty incredible,
we
yeah.
understood what to do. Yeah, we understand what to do immediately right after, and we reacted really, really well. And
So-
I think it was such a great.
Talk to me a little bit about your own composition. You guys were running the triple duelist stuff that we were seeing from DRX. Was that an on-the-whim decision, or have you guys been planning that?
We've been doing that for a while now. That was our hidden trump card that we decided to pull out, and we got so many hidden tricks. I think that was definitely one of them. um, we we just wanted to play our usual Daybreak style, and we couldn't do that last map. We got in our own heads for sure, and we got out of it. So that was definitely
You got out of it,
our
man.
gateway.
So
For sure.
talk to me. Talk to me. Very, very specific question here, and a little bit emotional. How does it feel to be coming into playoffs as potentially the worst team in playoffs, and then having so much growth in such a quick time and making this lower bracket run so close to coming true?
Think that core with all five of us being really, really close with each other, especially that fourth core. Cashew ended up fitting really, really well. We got close to him just as soon as all five of us started talking with each other. We immediately clicked. I think that chemistry helps a lot in our games.
Right. Talk to me a little about Average. He was a crazy, like, no offense to Average, but a little bit of an underperformer during groups, but during playoffs, he's been looking better and better every game. What's been the process of getting him comfortable in his own playstyle?
We got him out of his head. He definitely is a lot more confident, and going into it, he's the hype man. He definitely hypes up as well a lot, and I think that just helps a lot with our family that we have over here.
Right. So I actually have no idea who you're going to be facing in the lower finals, but is there an opponent that you would like to face?
Really hard. I think
Wait, it's between Shadow
they're
of
both
Nine
good.
and
Shadow
Deviate.
9 and Wukong. Yeah, Wukong and Shadow 9 are both really good teams. I have to say SO9.
Why
I think
is that?
I would love to go against them. I joined Kinos with their former teammate, and it'd be really nice to go against them, go against the old OG teammates. So friendly and honestly with Tremors for sure. Oh, good. Thank you. I really appreciate it, Eli. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Colin, for observing, bro. I appreciate it. All right, take care, guys.
Yo, I bought a Day City, bro. That shit was hype as shit. Holy fuck, that shit was hype as hell.
Um, uh, uh, um, uh, hey, how's it going, guys? Well, for me, I'm kind of used to this sort of thing. Like, obviously being a player, like everything that happened with my team is like, weird circumstances. But in terms of like transitioning from this to coaching them now, it's been pretty easy. They don't really scrim. We haven't scrimmed once, so I don't really have a lot to do. I just kind of tell them when they're doing something stupid in game. Um, And I have a lot of experience coaching, so like fitting into that role isn't hard for me. Not to toot my own horn, I did, I did coach a VCL team once upon a time. Well, a VCL qualifier team, I should say, not like an actual. But yeah, not to toot my own horn. So yeah, I have experience. This is not my first rodeo. Um, yeah, that's all I can say about that. Yeah. Oh, I can tell you both the timeouts. I have it written in notes. Um, the first time out, the last one. Okay, the last one, it was kind of we were we were just repeating ourselves. We were coming with new ideas. I think they were kind of in this mindset that because we were running triple duelists, we had to just fight everything, and like our whole round should center around just instantly like running it down, taking space. That's what it looked like to me at least. So when I called the timeout, I kind of just said, because obviously I know they want to play fast. It's like how they play. I don't want to tell them to like change the way their like fundamental play style is. But I told them kind of slow down their runs a bit more. Take pressure. Which I called is a very easy team to read. They kind of just stack sites and then react based on what's happening. They try to flood too, which is something that we're like really really good at. So it's kind of like obvious when they're going to do it too. So I told them to just kind of slow to the rounds, let things happen, like take space. It's what they did pretty good in my opinion. Like a few rounds where they started kind of taking mid, and when they did go fast, which this is another thing I told them. This is the only other thing I told them, that we need to start calling out our ults more. And when we had ults, just call around the ult insta and just go. I don't care where we go, just go, right? And I think like the big reason we won was because we were looking at econ, looking at our ults, looking at their ults, and we were like, we made the smart play based on everything, you know? Like we weren't like brain dead running it down like we were the first 3 rounds. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little outnumbered during that Stargazer episode. I've always thought this team was an overrated team. I never thought they were very good. They have like I know Abdul is usually like a pretty good mechanical player. I know the rest of them like have their own egos. I'm not gonna get into that, but I've always thought they were pretty overrated. I personally wouldn't have put them first, but you know everyone else was kind of against me. So I expect it to be pretty easy. Yeah. Honestly, definitely Shadow Tonight as well. Like Animated was saying, I've never played against them before. I've heard a lot about them. I know Onodaya, I think that's how you say his name. I've heard some of my
That guy
past teammates
sucks.
talk about.
That guy
I've heard
sucks.
some of my past teammates talk
He's
about him in
horrible.
ranked. I think it'd be interesting to play against him.
He sucks. He sucks.
And as for expectations from my team, I think we're just gonna win it all. I mean, if we just fix, I won't say some, but there's like some tiny problems we have right now, like on the inside, and if we just fix those, I think we'll be fine. And
Right.
this team is full of people that like they can definitely adapt, and they're very mechanically good. So like once you like fix the small things, you just have to let them take over, you know?
Right. 100%. Well, it was great talking to you. Congrats on your win tonight. It's an absolutely incredible story so far. I mean, you guys are making it
Oh,
real bit by bit.
Keshu is saying you're muted on stream.
Oh, I'm unmuted now. I'm unmuted now.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how long I was muted. For anyone wondering, that last question I asked him was who do you want to face, and what are your expectations for the team? And then she said that she wants to face Shadow of Nine and that her expectations are to win it all. So yeah. But thank you so much. This was the Night Sky Arena quarterfinals, and Daybreak taking it home 2-0, eliminating what's called. We will be back next week for the upper and lower finals.